So 12 hours ago, this spot over there was shaking. We had Japanese drums, we had fireworks, we had the entire Dubai real estate elite standing right there. And it was quite loud and it was impressive because it was a massive show of force, such a launch event. But now it's just you, me, here in this Tesla Cybertruck, and the drums have stopped. The stage is being packed up, and it's actually my favorite time now because now we can start looking at the fundamentals now that the noise has stopped. So last night, Nadia and me, we were at the launch event of Siora by Beyond, which is their first beachfront residential project on Dubai Islands. Now, if you look at the map of Dubai Island, most launches until now have actually happened on Island A. And that's where most of the noise is. That's also more of the commercial engine of Dubai Islands. And it also has a mall, and most of the hotels are also on that island. But Siora is on Island B. Island B is a different animal. It's becoming the Gold Coast of the project. And this is where also the Bay Villas by Nakheel were launched. And they didn't just sell out, they evaporated. Basically, the whole market was jumping on the opportunity on having villas on Island B. Now, basically, we saw prime units trade for over 18 million dirhams instantly. And that just tells you one thing. The smart money has identified Island B as exclusive, as tranquil, and also the lung of this master plan. And the developer Beyond, they aren't fighting this tranquility of Island B. They are doubling down on it. And the entire concept they pitched last night was very sound. It was about the Japanese principle of Ikigai, which means purposeful living. It's not about flashy towers, it's about the flow, about the wellness, and about being hidden away from that chaos. Exclusive usually means remote, and usually island living means a 14-minute commute. So the question that we have to answer today is quite simple. Can you live on a private Japanese-inspired island and still be connected to the heartbeat of Dubai? To answer that, we need to leave this venue here, which is the sales center of Beyond in Rashid Yats Marina, get this car across the water to Island B in Dubai Islands and see for ourselves with our own eyes and understand really where this is and why it's such an amazing project. Let's get going together. So we're now en route over the Infinity Bridge, and it's actually one of the most impressive projects I've seen in some time. It connects beautifully the new part of Dubai to the old part of Dubai. It goes over the creek. It's a 5 billion dirham project. Was basically finished in record time. So we're now crossing basically over from the new Dubai into the Deira side of town. And this bridge directly then connects us to Dubai Island. So this is the reason why this project is going to be quite interesting in the future. It's a beautiful bridge. Underneath us is water. And this is going to be the daily commute of anybody that purchases in Dubai Islands at this point. On the left side, we can see already Island A, already many construction sites with a beautiful mall on it. And you can see how close it is basically to Deira and the old parts of Dubai, but on its own island. So that's the beautiful part about it. Now let's try to get to Island B. And from there, I'm going to show you where Beyond is planning Siora, this beautiful new master plan that is inspired by Japanese purposeful living. Okay, now we just took this beautiful Cybertruck over the Infinity Bridge and arrived in Dubai Islands. Before that was a 104-minute grind. Now we're down to 15 minutes to get from here to downtown and further down in Sheikh Zayed Road. So it's a very, very convenient. So most people are still looking at the old map. They think this island is far away. But let me tell you, this is right now the shortcut, the Shindara corridor / travel times by so much. Now, welcome to Island B. Let's take a second. Smell that. That is salty, beautiful air coming from the ocean right behind me. And in my opinion, the golden real estate rule of Dubai says, whether the market is up or down or sideways, it always makes sense to be part of the first release of a master plan. Why? Because the developer needs you to win. They need you to be that first wave of investors to back their success story. And they need to be able to point out in 2 years to the next guy, look how much he has made. Now, this principle of the first phase is there to ensure that your appreciation happens. So essentially, you're getting paid to be the proof of the concept. And who are we betting on here? We're betting on Beyond. So this is not their first rodeo. Right over there on the other side, you can see from here, Maritime City. And Maritime City was a raw industrial district before Beyond took over, but they shaped it into Jumeirah Peninsula. And they didn't just build towers, they built an entire ecosystem. They bought a forest, they bought a promenade, and they activated the beach. They completely changed the psychology of that entire location. They have already made a name for themselves, and they delivered on the vision over there. And now they're going to do the exact same thing again there on Island B. So when you combine a developer that has that kind of track record with an entry point pricing of a brand new master plan, you aren't just buying an apartment, you're securing your position at the very bottom of the price curve. And we all know where that curve is going to go from here, and that is definitely up. Now let's talk about your exit strategy. We know that the roads are fast. We proved that by going with this truck over the Infinity Bridge. But the real question is, who is going to buy this property from you in 5 years' time? There's a massive misconception among the international investors that all the money is in the new part of Dubai, in the marina or in the Palm, but that's actually false. The trading heart of the city, the cash engine, is right here behind in Deira. 70% of Dubai's resident population lives among the heritage districts, Deira, Bourdubai, Karama, and this is also where the major trading licenses are registered. And this is where the old money sits. Now, these business owners who have been there for 30 years, they have their warehouses here, they have their offices here, they have their families here, and they are also rooted here, and therefore they're not going to change anymore. Now ask yourself, does the guy that lives here want to travel 45 minutes to live in Dubai South or JVC? No, he wants to be 5 minutes from his business. But here's the problem. He has cash for a luxury lifestyle, but the housing stock around here is old, it's outdated, and he wants the beach, he wants the gym, he wants the security, but he refuses to move further out. This island is the upgrade they have been waiting for. We're offering them Palm Jumeirah lifestyle, 5 minutes from their headquarters, and this is a massive untapped market for all the people that have their headquarters right here. So a lot of secondary buyers who are starved for this quality inventory are gonna come right here looking for this type of real estate in 5 years' time. When you combine that pent-up local demand with a 50-50 payment plan, you're leveraging your capital perfectly. You control that asset today and you sell that into the desperate local market upon completion. And that is also how you have a potential 2 to 3x capital appreciation over the next 4 to 5 years, and that is definitely possible in this project. So, you aren't just buying real estate here, you're actually solving a housing crisis for the wealthiest demographic in the area. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the bird in the sky. I don't know if you heard it in the background, but we had quite a few airplanes already going right over us. So right now, we're near the flight path, and if you're close, you can maybe hear it. Most amateurs come here and they see a plane and they panic. They say, noise, deal breaker, let's go away, let's not buy here. However, I see that plane and I see the biggest inefficiency in the Dubai real estate market right now. But here's the alpha that 99% of agents maybe are not researching correctly, and that is actually that the airport is completely moving down to the DWC. And here is the decree. In April 2024, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum officially approved the 128 billion dirham expansion of the Al Maktoum International Airport, the DWC, in the south. And Paul Griffith, the CEO of Dubai Airports, went on record stating that once DXB hits its capacity, they're moving the entire operation down. And he explicitly flagged 2032 as the big moment for that transition. And that is the official timeline. Now, look at our timeline. Siora hands over in Q3 2029. You're buying this property today with a bit of a noise penalty baked in because the market is still discounting this location a bit because of the airplanes. So you take these keys for your new apartment if you buy today in 2029 and you enjoy the yields for 3 years. And then right around 2032, the flight path clears. The heavy traffic moves all the way down to the south. And when the silence comes, the value doesn't just creep up, it corrects upward and violently. So you're not just buying the noise today, you will sell this with silence tomorrow. And my opinion is one of the safest bets ever. So we now know that the strategy works. We now know the location is prime, but what exactly are you buying? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Siora ecosystem. And this isn't just a tower, it's a sanctuary. So we're talking about access to 6 kilometers of pristine beachfront right in front of your property. We're talking about 140,000 square meters of green space, jogging tracks, cycling paths, wellness zones, and that is Ikigai concept that is coming to life. So this purposeful living is designed to lower your cortisol levels, and the second you cross that bridge onto Dubai Island. And look at the architectures. These towers are sculpted. They're designed with zero blocking principles, and that means the buildings are angled in a way that you are not staring into your neighbor's living room. You're actually staring at the ocean, at the skyline, or at the sunset. The privacy is the default setting here. Now, take this feeling that we just got here at the beautiful beach of Dubai Islands and take that back with us into the Cybertruck. Let's go back to the Beyond Sales Center and look at the commercials. Come with me. So we're back right now at the Beyond Sales Center. You can see behind me, it's buzzing with people. They're all here to do one thing, and that is look at the commercials of this amazing project. So let's start with one killer stat. This is one that separates this project from most that are launching in Dubai right now, and it's the unit sizes. In the current markets, developers are shrinking apartments to keep the ticket prices low. You can see 1-bedroom apartments at 600 square feet. You see also 2-bedroom apartments that feel very tight, but in Siora, you're going exactly the opposite direction. Let's look at these 1-bedrooms here, and they start at a healthy 760 square feet, but they go all the way up to 1,426 square feet, and that is massive. And that is the size of a townhouse in some other areas. Now, the 2-bedrooms go up to 2,200 square feet, and if you really want to dominate, they have 3- and 4-bedroom duplexes that hit nearly 4,800 square feet. And why does that matter? Because real luxury is in space, and families don't want to live in a shoebox. And when you go to resell in 5 years, you will be competing against thousands of tiny investor units. Yours will be the mansion in the sky. So we have the location, we have the Japanese coastal concept, and we have large layouts. But a great project only becomes a great investment if the numbers also make sense. So let's talk about how we can actually enter this position. So we're looking at entry points of around 3,000 to 3,500 dirhams per square foot for those massive apartments. And for an island with this level of finishing, that is the benchmark that is becoming impossible to find in prime Dubai. So this is where the financial engineering comes in. It's a clean 50-50 structure. You pay 50% spread over the construction period, and the remaining 50% is due upon completion. Now, why is that powerful? It's called capital leverage. So you're putting down half the money, and you're capturing the capital appreciation of 100% of the asset value. If the market moves 20% up, you haven't just made 20% on your money, you only paid half, so your return on equity is effectively doubled. So this structure allows sophisticated investors to scale. So I have some clients that buy 2 units instead of 1, and they ride the appreciation curve during construction, and then closer to handover, they exit one of these positions, often using that profit to help scale and fund the completion of the second unit. So it's not just buying property, it's managing a portfolio. Now, look, Dubai is full of noise. Everyone's shouting, but Siora is quite different. You have the zen of Japanese living, which is unique in this market. You have the infinity bridge connecting you to the city center in minutes, and you have certainty that when the airport moves, this location goes from quiet to silent. And when those 3 things converge in a few years, the window of opportunity will be closed. The prices today will look like a typo, and you're buying the future of silence. You're buying the connectivity, and you're buying that space. So I'm ready. The truck is ready. One question is, are you ready to come to this island? I will be there for sure. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe to see you in the next video. My name is Sebastian Ball. See you in the next one.